Yora! Welcome to everybody. Yes, before you say anything, I know the nameplates are around the wrong way. Give me a second. There was a massive traffic accident in Fatoni today. Jules is working a little behind, but we're here. And for those of you who are in live stream, who are already joining us for our live stream today, before I go in with the usual spiel, check out our new surrounds. Ooh, we're no longer in the watery water. We are now in the floaty airiness of clouds. I wonder why that is. Is it because the chapter is now air? We're no longer in water. Ooh. That's right.
I feel at home.
Heading to air. Yeah, that does make sense, JD. Yeah. So, very exciting to be here with a new chapter. So I just wanted to cover off the fact that we have pretty art. Thank you to Amy Ward Art, who is our fantastic everythinger. I've seen her swinging her glittery moderator sword in this chat already. And she does character art, and she keeps me sane when traffic is real bad, and she's like, you're going to be fine. Yeah. It's I don't know what I would do without you, Amy. Okay, so anyway, let's go on to normal intro. So Brad has something nice and clean for the podcast cut, shall we? Kia ora, and welcome to Fate of Isen Book 2. We are a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast made by a bunch of Kiwi comedians, proud members of Kiwi RPG, Kia mu whakatau o Aotearoa, tabletop role-playing from New Zealand. We kōrero paki, we tell some jokes, hopefully save the world, and have a whole lot of fun along the way. So thank you for joining us again here. If it's your first time visiting Isen, well, welcome. We're excited to see you here. What a great choice you've made starting in the chapter Air. I really respect that. But also, if you haven't listened to book 1, you should probably go back and listen to that, because that was really good and I was a character, not the DM, and it was great. Anyway, but for all of our favies who are coming home, once again, look, Jules is off the reservation. This is what happens when you take a month off. Welcome back. It's really good to see you again. I missed you while I was away. God, I was in Germany. Like Germany. That is 36 hours worth of travel away from New Zealand. It is crazy times. And I had a great time. So hype Bavaria, guten Tag, wherever you are in the world.
Shout out to our listeners in Germany.
Yep, totes. Yeah, genau.
That we definitely have.
Genau. That's... Yeah. It's alles good. I hope that alles good today for our podcast for you. So shout out. I have an amazing cast of hopefully heroes. I say hopefully because if you were listening to the last chapter, well, things went a little sideways for our sidebars. Let's go meet the sidebars that we have here today. Take it away, Juddy.
I feel like we're kind of Robin-esque. I don't think anything is non-heroic yet. But I'm JD. I'm Jules Daniel. I play Bradley Bardley. Bradley is short for Bradley Dethith. And you can decide how that's spelled. I sometimes do comedy, and I'm also a bard in this podcast. And on to Severin.
Oh, hello everybody. Big ups to my homies in Bavaria. We are celebrating the start of Book Air by being very windy and also very cold up here where I'm recording. So if you see any steam coming out of my face, it's only because I'm so hot. And I'm playing Dexter Clementine. Dexter is short for Dexteronomy. Not really. Please do not make that canon. I'm watching it. Do not change the wiki at any point.
It's canon now. That's how it works.
I'm not in control of the wiki. The fans are in control of the wiki, so whoops. Yeah.
Fans, you better don't. And my real name is Severin Gourley. It's great to be here. Erika, on to you.
New ear, who dis? It's me, Erika. Hey, I'm playing Taryn Grimm. I learnt today don't colour your hair and buy 4 car tyres at the same time, because money is a sink these days.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was painful, so don't recommend. Over to you, Jules.
Everybody in chat has already noticed your new hair colour though, and compliments have been flying, which is wonderful. And in fact, so many compliments. They just want to hear you some more. So if you can at all get louder.
I'm right by the mic. The mic is right here.
That's better.
Oh, hey. I've been sitting here the entire night. right here, right?
Yeah, no, totally. We love seeing that lip color just in glorious, like, brightness. It's amazing.
Stack your mic on, like, 5 shoeboxes.
It's on one.
And hey, team, it's your girl, your DM for book 2. It's Julz Burgisser. And I had an amazing time in Bavaria. Well, I was sort of in and out of Germany and sailing on a river cruise down the Danube. So it was pretty epic. I came home with a pair of lederhosen for Paul and 2 dirndl for myself because apparently 1 dirndl is not enough.
What's a dirndl?
You've got to go max dirndl.
It's the traditional clothing. So if you ever thought about like Oktoberfest and you see like the girls with their blouses,
the Hansel and Gretel
and the
outfits.
The very Hansel and Gretel kind of look. Like it's a dirndl. I've always wanted one. My family is Swiss, so I've seen them with like their sort of more traditional folksy outings since I was a little girl. And I used to have one as a little kid, but you know,
I love it, but it also definitely sounds like an insult. Like, what a dirndl!
Yeah, it kind of does.
Look at that dirndl over there.
You absolute dirndl.
Gosh, you're such a dirndl.
Yeah, but they're totally incredible pieces of clothing, and I had a really fun time being fitted in like a very traditional store. So it was really cool.
Oh, bespoke.
Yeah, people should get out and like properly, like these ladies make them by hand and stuff.
That's
and,
so cool.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
It was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's actually spelt DIRNDL, Lyndon. He's like, he gave it a go, and then he was obviously went and Googled it and was like, wow,
Oh, yeah,
it is
Lyndon.
very wrong.
I want to know how they've spelled our
Lyndon.
names.
Yeah.
Carefully.
But yeah, no, very fun. People should travel the world. The world is amazing and awesome and full of so much history and cool castles and ruins and things. And you should get out there and see it. It's pretty cool.
Do not do it after you've coloured your hair and bought 4 tires.
Yes,
Oh,
don't
no.
do it
That's
after
very
you-
important.
Don't recommend. I now drive safely now, though, so this is fun. I don't slip and slide on the road. Was I doing that before?
Load it.
Nobody knows.
That's upsetting to me, considering I work for a dealership and get you discount on parts. Just saying.
Keep this in mind for later.
Next time.
Next time I need to spin 4 tires. Ugh.
Next time. Yeah. Anyway, okay. We have somebody missing today. Quite obviously, when our Kasia is away, it leaves a big hole in our video and parts. So Kasia is going to be away for the next couple of episodes. Putting little wee Bob the sourdough starter first. There's some daycare things that need to be taken care of, some evenings and things, and unfortunately they clash directly with some podcast recordings. So
Gosh,
that is
daycare
okay.
already.
I know.
It's
well, at least
nighttime, though.
yeah. Well, no, they're going to parent meetings. Meetings, you know, things like that. So
They grow up so
It's
quick.
not night, just parents.
Kasia passes on her love and she misses us and stuff. So Granny will be with you for this episode, but just kind of very weirdly quiet.
In heart, in spirit.
For the next couple of episodes. Yes. All right, so where do we find our sidebars? Well, last we saw them, they were sailing back to Minea. Traveling back after having safely deposited our water stone in the temple with the water guardian, who now feels a lot better, and having a rather bizarre vision as Taryn connected with the stone, which I'm sure is preying on everybody's minds a little bit, because it seems to be every time you find out more information, you also uncover more questions. But that's okay, because finally we're headed back to Minea, home of the Lost Library, perhaps the place where we get answers once and for all. So you're pulling into Minea. You've got a few moments before we have to, before Seven's going to grab hold of the jetty and with its arms and stuff and pull you guys in. So what are you talking about right now? What do we find our characters? What are you up to?
So then what you do is you take a thimble and you...
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
you
a
take...
thimble?
Nothing. What's the thimble with you? No, it's a little doohickey.
What's a doohickey?
Yeah, it's like a thing you put on the
It's like
thing,
a-
and he's gonna...
Yeah,
Dexter's gonna mime putting something on the tip of his finger to, like, nod.
yeah. Bradley nods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so you take one of it depends on the
Yeah.
round, right? So the first round you take one and you throw it up in the air and then you try and you pick up the tags. But then you take two, right? The next time and you throw them and then you try and pick up the tags. And that's the game.
Taryn's
you keep
just
going
writing
until
this
you've done
down
all
for Gloria, who's not with them.
I mean, yep, some of the older people in the monastery had thimbles, but they never threw them up in the air. That seems slightly
Dangerous.
counterproductive.
Yeah, no, this is a game.
You gotta pick your finger.
Is it though?
Oh!
Oh, is it like your paper thing? Your paper game? We said we'd do it again later. It said come back later.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the paper game.
That was so much fun on the boat.
It was pretty fun. We can do that again, and I whip out the paper game. It's still in my pocket. But it's like...
Is it soggy?
It's it's dry now, but it's definitely experienced water damage quite a bit. And I go pick a number. You can kind of make up the numbers.
So much fun last time.
1 to 4.
1 to 4. 3.
Dexter's gonna go 8. Wait,
1, 2, 3.
I didn't properly hear you.
8. Actually, this first one can be that many. I'll do yours after, but I'll do Erika first. 1, 2, 3. and then you see they're labeled 1 to 8, and I go pick one of these numbers.
A 4.
A 4. Okay, so I open the 4, and then written on there, you see it says, "Find the kelp." It's really weird because it's like very legible, but everything else is really water torn. Alright, find the kelp. I didn't even know that was on there. Okay, we'll do Hugh Dexter.
Take this down. Looking for
So you
kelp.
said 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do another one. Another number, 1 to
5.
8. 5. And I open up 5. And it
For no
just
discernible
says-
reason.
Yeah, great. I open up 5 and it says opening hours 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That seems reasonable. That's some good work-life balance.
Can we find the kelp there?
Are they open on weekends? And do
I
they
don't know.
sell kelp?
I've never had these answers before, so I think to find the kelp we
that's
need,
cool.
we'll have to find a
Land
store
sounds
maybe. I don't know. But if we find a thimble, let me know, and we can play thimble tag.
Sounds like fun. I have a reward for you. I asked you to help me with finding the Floatess, and because we're going back to Murnia, I need to see the Floatess and sort of claim that reward. The currency you guys use, is it similar to the Aquan, or do you use a different currency? I promise to pay.
Like, Granny holds every little piece of any payment that it has ever come across me, and my parents never trust me with money, so I don't know. I don't know the answer. It could be the same money. Is it gold? Is Aquan money gold?
I pull out one of my Aquan pieces. Does it look like this?
I take it. Can I take it? Do you let me take it? I take it and I bite into it like pirates do in movies. And does it do a thing? Is it made out of stuff? I don't know what the answer is. So whatever happens,
I don't know
I'm
what
like,
the answer
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Right now we're making up Aquan currency, so
I
What's the
bite on it,
exchange rate?
and whatever happens, I have no idea what it means. So I just bite on it and then hand it back. I'm like, interesting.
So, are you okay with this sort of currency coming in? Or was there anything else you were after? Granny sort of said something was very interesting when I spoke to her initially. Can we help with anything else?
I mean, from my past before I met any of you, I accepted payment in gold, precious gems, exotic animals, fine silks.
Yeah, I think as long as we can spend it in somewhere, that will be fine.
Most types
But-
of bread.
Granny said something about books. She wanted books. We wanted books. We wanted books? Question mark. Exclamation
A bird
point.
in a cage that could tell the future. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Wasn't there some place of books, like a big book place?
There's a fancy library.
That might
Is
be
that
it.
what you're after?
Yeah.
What are the chances there's two?
I don't think it was a plant.
A plant of books?
Like a berry
no,
of
we've-
some sort.
We've dealt enough with plants. One of them almost killed me.
I don't know what a
I'll go in there if there's any
library
plants.
is, but but I think it was a book place, not a
Yeah, well,
a library.
not a
I know-
fruit. Do you get what I'm
What?
saying? Do you?
I got it at the same time as Jules, and we're both suffering psychic damage.
I- You know,
like,
it's
what are you
it's.
talking about? But yes, okay.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's funnier if I just explain jokes, I think.
No,
I rolled a background intelligence check for Dexter. So he's going to say, yes, Granny did mention something about a library and getting a card. A lot of things have happened since then. Yeah, that sounds fun. It sounded very important. Like the next stage in our journey is going to this library place.
And Taryn, that would like kind of trigger a thing in your brain because you're very aware that the Lost Library is like exclusive access. If you'd wanted access to the Lost Library, you have to apply for it based on the fact that you went to a college nearby and you could apply for access, but it's like heaps of paperwork and really annoying. So if these guys want access to the library, they're not even from the float. It would be quite difficult. But seeing as you are off to go talk to the Floatess, you could probably help with that.
Maybe it could be part of our reward.
Potentially,
We've been so good to the water
I can ask
people.
because we've helped with 2 things from just meeting you: the Floatess, and we met the Guardian, which was super crazy.
Yeah, we're basically heroes underwater at the
Essentially.
moment. And everywhere else is fine as well. But especially down here, they like us. So maybe you can...
We'll take that good grace now.
Yeah. Go rub elbows with the Floatess. Mention how cool we were with the Guardian. And just getting the stone and how we risked our lives and how we're epic heroes and how I'm writing a brilliant song to chronicle our epic adventure. I think that will be the swaying point.
I will
'Cause I
note
got a-
that down. There'll be a song
Yeah.
at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm sure the library has many poems to grant me inspiration. Maybe even a secret chord.
Ooh. That could
Who knows?
probably
I
please
did
the Lord.
hear there was a secret chord.
Here's hoping it always please the Floatess.
Hallelujah.
Sympatical. It goes like this. The 4th, the 5th?
The
Spoilers.
All right, so Taryn, as the ship kind of pulls up and we're outside Dry Town because, this is the sort of vehicle that has the ability to carry you guys breathing oxygen. So they assume that's where you want to go. But obviously, Taryn, you don't need to necessarily breathe oxygen, so you can just kind of swim from here to Minia. It is about 30 minutes as the fish swims for you. For people who aren't necessarily good at swimming, it would probably be about an hour, couple hour round trip to Dry Town. But for you, it's only 30.
Cool. I'll probably head out ahead of everyone, so I'll arrive before the ship and head straight to the Floatess.
And what is the plan for Dexter and Bardley? Like, as you kind of hit Dry Town, you can...
I was going to say, probably about an hour's worth of swimming.
Well, I mean, that's if you want to go to Minia. So you're parked outside
no.
Dry Town right now. So you can literally, hop outside the ship, hold your breath, and then pop into Dry Town.
My
pretty easily
mistake. We're
without-
right next to Dry Town.
Yeah.
I thought we were
We're
an hour from
hitting
Dry
Dry
Town.
Town. I touch down on
Hell
the
yeah.
beach and punch the sand. And I go, take that,
Damn.
Dry Town.
Damn, Bardley, that was cool as heck.
Yeah, I do the superhero pose. I want to go have some employment. Let's go to the tavern.
Okay, sure.
That's my suggestion.
In terms of Dry Town, you do know that there is a inn down here, the Afoot Inn, and Nizana Sawn.
Something afoot in here.
Correct. Nizana Sawn is the tavern owner down there. You have met him before. He put you up for the night.
Nice. Shall we drop in?
Shall we saunter on over there?
Okay. So you guys are heading to the tavern. Again, the guy at the little stall at the door who's got his little tourist maps. He's like, "Oh, new people to Dry Town. Can I interest you in any of our, he's just like prattle
off.
as you're walking past him.
Don't talk to me.
Bradley smiles apologetically, but is yanked away.
Yeah.
If you talk to me, I might chop you in the throat. Just putting it out there. I don't know.
He's like, "Geez, man, those potions can't have been that bad, I told you." Anyway. Yeah.
Lower your prices. And then he's just going to...
And as you walk towards the a foot in, the camera pans out, and we follow Taryn Grimm as Taryn, sort of back in natural element, is paddling away here, webbed, fingers and toes spread, and easily getting good speed through the waves as you head towards the coral castle that makes up the home of the Floatess. Yeah, and you enter through the initial, much smaller waiting space where you identify yourself to the guards and things, and you sort of enter like a queue outside of people that are waiting to see, but you get bumped a few times in the queue. Like, people are like, kind of relegated by order of priority or interest or something. So it's clear that somebody's had a word and is like, oh no, they need to be ahead of that person. So you get moved around a couple of times in the queue. So it's actually not too long before you find yourself sitting once again in the middle of that giant vaulted room with its weird like seaweed carpet from one giant double door to the other giant double door, with just you and one guard sitting here again.
Not quite as nervous as last time. She sort of like doesn't spread out, but yeah, she just sort of like looks a lot more confident visiting the Floatess. Less nervous, less shaky. Wants to strike up a small conversation with the guard, but probably like English guards won't actually answer.
Yeah, there's very much like a vibe of, you're like, if I go over there, is he going to talk to me? I don't even know if he's blinked in the last 5 minutes while I've been staring at him, Yeah. It's very, yeah. Yeah, and so the moments tick by as like Taryn debates with herself whether she should go over there or not. And then all of a sudden there's like a click with his, with his little heels or whatever, and the door creaks open. And then again, once more, Grimm, you're up next, comes a voice, encouraging you to walk towards the door.
Cool. Taryn will enter the throne room area. Yeah.
And you walk in, and again, it's this even bigger space here with these vaulted ceilings and that beautiful rainbow light that just twinkles all through it. You still don't know how she's doing that, and getting that like bubble of colors. This time it's not just her sitting at the end of that seaweed carpet behind the banister rail on the dais. She's got like a smaller little chair set up next to her. And you see her daughter is set up next to her as well, Perla.
Cool. I'll approach and curtsy to the Floatess first, and then turn to the daughter and curtsy to her as well.
Yeah. And again,
greetings.
You see, and you see them like solemnly nod. Only Perla kind of less solemnly, and is sort of more curious and gives you like a thumbs up, like I got back.
Like a little wave, just as well.
Yeah, because you haven't actually seen Perla since you put her on the ship and was like, okay, off you go. Like, you'll be fine from here. So, and they're doing that weird thing again where they're like, they're very floaty fabrics, and their legs are all tucked behind them. So you still can't see like the bottom of the bottom half of both of them.
Greetings, Lady Floatess. It's good to see you again.
And she says, yes, my Perla has not stopped talking about the excitement of it all, frankly, and I could not be more pleased that my motherly instincts were correct, and she was in danger, and she should never be allowed to be left to do anything by herself again. And Perla's like gives you a face like, this is what I'm looking at, what I'm dealing with, Yeah.
I'm glad we could assist, but yeah, let them be kids. Let them be kids for as much as they can. They were having quite a good time. It's the ocean that's causing all this trouble at the moment.
Yes, it is quite concerning that it's got this close to Manea. It's never been trouble before. This, well, definitely not there. That's a special place, a place of so many young people's hopes and dreams, and where they start their lives. That it just seems, and you can tell she's struggling for like what the right word is, but even you're like searching around in your own head for like the right word, and it's like the word pops in and then just gets scrambled. It's like looking at the words on the page, it's like you feel like
similar to the page, and then also the vision that Taryn had too, where she couldn't quite grasp bits and pieces.
Yeah, so it's like it's that kind of feeling once more, like you're just missing something here. Like And then she's like, no matter. Anyway, thank you. What would you... I mean, I feel like my scholars, they are still researching your book. I have... honestly, it's actually been quite interesting what they've found. They've enlisted the assistance of the librarian himself. So, well, if it's interesting enough to involve him, then, well, it seems that you have quite a mystery there. Are you sure you wouldn't like to leave it for the library?
I think I got really interested because we actually also met the Guardian there too. And I don't know if you've been there recently, but there were pictures and carvings around the Guardian's habitat that were very similar to the book that you were looking at for me. Would there be a correlation between the two? Or we actually helped the Guardian recently, myself, and I managed to hire 3 very capable adventurers from Earthside. And they were such a help with everything that we did, bringing back your daughter and the other kids, and even assisting the Guardian.
The Guardian revealed himself to you?
Yeah.
She's
He
like,
did.
full shocked face.
I looked to Pearl, I'll be like, Pearl, you saw him talk to us, and like, you can back me up on this.
And she's like, I already did. And that, like, she's sitting there sort of like, you know, gracefully sort of fingers trailing down her cheek into her chin, trying to figure that out. You can see her brain like tick, 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 tick. She's like, this is very strange. This just should not be. The Guardian has only been revealed to the rulers of the oceans for generations of generations. No one else should even know of their existence. Something must be very wrong.
When we first met him, he was looking very unwell, or as unwell as an elemental spirit could be. He asked us to assist in finding the stone that he was guarding, which took us to Port Ballas up on the land. Through some different excursions on land and some very quick thinking by my counterparts, we managed to bring the stone back to the Guardian, and he seems to be doing him a lot better. The stone had no magic and I didn't trust it at all, but seeing the care that they put with the stone and the Guardian's reaction to them bringing it back.
Are you trying to, this is Jules asking, by the way,
yeah.
Are you trying to withhold information from her at this point in time? Like, try to deceive her into how you obtained the stone currently?
Not deceive, but obscure exactly what happened until we properly speak about what happened as a group.
Yeah, because she definitely lifts an eyebrow as you sort of go, you know, so I would say that she'd be rolling kind of essentially an insight check against you right now.
Okay.
So if you want it to be more of a persuasion of like, no, we did the right thing, or whether you were trying to hide, like deceive information, or how you want to play that, it's probably charisma based.
Yeah. Well, it's the same for both.
Okay. By the way, Norn from the Discord had a birthday recently, beginning of the month, and he wished for his birthday wish for the Sidebars to have advantage on their next 3 skill checks. So if you would like to use birthday advantage from one of our faties, who that's all they wanted for their birthday was for you guys to do well, you're more than welcome to do that.
But
we just
it's
need
so funny
that
when
much
we
help.
do badly.
I was going to say, if I'm allowed to by the other Sidebars, I would like to
Look,
try.
This is in the best interest of the Sidebars for the
Yes.
Floatess to not know. So you have my blessing.
Well, that's good. It did a lot better. Thank you, Norm from Discord.
That's because it's got secret birthday magic.
It does.
I think just really felt sorry for you at the end of the last one. You guys just really rolled badly. So
We had fun on our
So fair.
excursion above on land.
yeah. So
Look, we had
what's
fun.
the
Outside of
the
it, that
total?
one, I did okay.
Total is 17.
Okay. Yeah. All right. She's a little distracted by everything that you just said and is a little kind of thinking about the Guardian and her daughter and, the weird pictures, and she misses a little bit of, maybe we didn't obtain that with some great means,
Yeah.
And she just kind of skims over it and decides to, it's just, the stone. I mean, yes, I'd seen images of it before, but I didn't realize that it still existed, or I just thought it was a stone. Is it somehow important?
I mean, he's your guardian, and he was guarding. Yeah, he was doing the looking after stuff.
Okay. All right, well, this does seem to be needing more investigation. Yes, I think you should join my scholars in the library with the librarian himself. I do believe that is the best call.
Would you grant the 3 adventurers and myself unlimited or as much access to the library as they need?
Oh, I mean, yes. I mean, I can provide you with a certificate of service to the realm of the float, and that should cover anything that you need. I mean, and after all, I mean, if we're it's great service to the realm, you rescued my daughter. She will hopefully one day be the Floatess herself. So, rescuing future Floatess, probably considered quite important. I believe I can be of assistance here. She's already sort of clicking her fingers and gesturing to people who are already sort of running around, and they've pulled out like a certificate of service, and they're now frantically writing up what it's for and signing it off with all the official, so that's kind of happening behind you. Yes, well, I mean, you'll find the scholars there that have the any answers they've come up with about your mysterious book there as also. So, 2 fish, 1 net, as they say.
They do say. It is a very good say.
And this time
Who's
she's like, she could, like, behind you, she's like, and
I'm a big fan of libraries.
You look behind you, and
libraries.
there's attendants again, sort of like daring to tap their watch, and she's like, this is more important. Like she's just kind of like, no, nobody's giving me a hurry up.
One of them just starts punching a clock. Wrap up.
Yeah. And she says, Pilla, would you wish to accompany our guest? And she's like, oh, well, if you don't mind, Mother. And she looks at Taryn. She's like, would you like a guide to the library?
Absolutely. It'd be really good for you to meet these very capable adventurers that I've been spending the last few days with. A lot has happened in a few days, and
well,
they're quite
Perla.
Entertaining people.
She's like, Perla, as a future Floatess, it is important that you learn to have meetings with people from the surface. So this is a good opportunity for you. And she's like, yes, Mother. Kind of.
Wait. What did you say the daughter's name is again? Perla.
Perla.
So the Floatess is the mother of Perla.
Yes. Her name is actually Perla Depthwish.
Ooh.
Yeah. But the Floatess doesn't have a name, you see. She's just the Floatess. So.
She's the mother of Perla.
Yeah.
She's the mother of Pearl.
Yes,
but I think she's a woman in her own right, though. I wouldn't just call her a mother, JD.
You're right. But also, not a bad thing, if that's what she chooses. But she is also, like, the queen. The Floatess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Floatess actually leaves her chair and kind of walks with you towards the door, surprising everybody. So this time, instead of everybody just kind of giving you that, like, nothing glance, like you are a nothing as you leave the, the palace, everybody is just openly staring at you now, like, who is this person? Yeah.
Now that they're moving, legs or no legs
Sexy,
under the skirts.
confident.
You don't see feet coming out the bottom. You just see, like, wiggling fabric. But you do catch glimpses of, like, very beautiful shiny scales, and every time you do catch, like, even these vague glimpses of just these iridescently beautiful scales, you're like, must serve the float. Woo, what? Yeah, of course I'm serving the float. I'm walking with them, like.
What are those?
Yeah. So every
Mind
kind
control.
of. Yeah, it's
a major task.
Seems a little, maybe they've got it covered up for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, imagine grocery shopping like that.
Yeah.
Just all the
Everyone's like,
skirts
I'm gonna get that.
everywhere.
Like, no, don't worry.
Yeah. Like, and everybody like that does it, you can tell like a lot of these people in these rooms are very dedicated to the service of these two.
It's the scales, I tell you.
Yeah, and so she'll walk her daughter right to the, and she's like, right to the library and then directly back. She's like, yes, mother. So it's like all those kind of conversations. She's like, I nearly lost you, Perla. I don't want to lose you again. Perla's like, ugh, giving you the face of every teenager that just is embarrassed and horrified and just wants to leave,
It's not just teenagers, that's just me, IRL.
yeah. But finally,
Why?
and so she stands, like she walks with you again through these big double doors, surprising the crap out of, like, that's the first time you see the guard move as he moves his head to watch you walk down the seaweed carpet. And then the doors open and there's the Floatess just standing there, like waving like every excited mother at a school gate as Perla leaves. And then she's like, ooh, that's a long queue. Yes, all right, I know. She like
Quick
starts
curtsy as she
swimming back.
leaves.
Starts swimming back to her throne. Job never ends. Yeah, and so you've kind of got Perla like swimming with you, easily taking you back towards Dry Town.
Yep.
In the meantime, what have our friends been doing in Dry Town?
Well, we're heading to the tavern.
I
some
am
money.
along the way convincing Dexter. I'm convincing Dexter to join in with playing at the tavern so that we can be a 2-part band and do a performance where we are going to play our song that we've been co-writing together up on Dry Town.
No,
it goes
one
up
problem.
on Dry Town, up on Dry Town. Darling, it's better where it isn't wet. Up on Dry Town. Do you like that? We wrote it together. Original.
I mean, like, it's a good sounding song, but I do have little to no music talent, so that might be
That's
that might
okay.
be a problem.
I brought maracas.
Oh,
Pull out little.
This is giving me cruise ship vibes. Not even kidding.
Yes.
On the cruise ship, the guy had maracas and a triangle and something else, and he got up random old people or whatever just so that they would be part of the performance.
Lion King, where Timon and Pumbaa put on the
Yes.
lei and the hula skirt, and they distract. That's what we're doing, but there's no one that we need to distract. We're just distracting people from their money.
Right. Well, let's roll a performance check. We'll
Yes.
do the two of you, and we'll average it out to
Right.
see how this is going. As
Yeah.
Bardley has dragged Dexter, Clementine, and all of his
Well,
not really good performance up on stage.
No,
Let's see.
No,
if
well, he's just
amplifying
kind
it
of the
or-
eye candy, right? Because everyone,
Correct.
he's got his monk robes, and everyone loves a guy in uniform. So
Yeah. So
figure-
let's see if that's working.
Especially
for you
this
or
one.
not. Yeah.
yeah, the
With
friar
his
haircut,
giant
like
spoon out the back. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a real vibe.
people love to spoon, big spoon, little spoon. Everyone likes to have a big spoon so they can be the
now,
little
are
spoon.
we
So I
using
think
birthday advantage?
we must.
are we both? Because that's all of our advantages go.
No. I'll
No.
I'll
It is
use my
performance.
share to boost Dexter's performance. Does that make sense? Dexter,
Yeah.
you can use it again for something else.
Right. So you're rolling with advantage, I'm just rolling normal.
No, you're rolling with
No,
advantage.
you roll
Bardley's
with
just rolling normal.
I'm rolling with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This only goes well for me. Let me clear some clutter.
I rolled a 23
Nice.
Oh, that's a good
for
start.
performance. Yeah. Well, I'm
Surely-
like, hugely plus to.
So the lowest dice was a 4, but the other one was a 17, so that's 18.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So it pretty much averages out around 20 somewhere. So yeah, you're doing really well, actually. Nazorn is actually quite pleased with you because not only are you providing some entertainment in his tavern, but it's loud enough and it's ruckus enough and it's fun enough that people are coming in. And
Yeah,
so
it's a
there's a
sing-along.
bit more traffic and people are buying a bit more and, people are staying a bit longer. So they're getting food.
It
as
turns
well
into
as
one
their
of those
drink
like
and-
shanties type things where we all just
Yeah.
go around and someone adds an extra chorus, an extra line.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the Beastie Boys. We
was
float
like,
down in the sea.
yeah. I was thinking more like, what do we do with the drunken sailor? And then you make
Well,
up.
you know, there's one guy in the background who just stands up and starts crooning like full-on sea shanties, you know.
and Bardley gets a little bit jealous.
Come to bring us Severin tea.
We're not doing that. No, stop. No.
Is that Frank Sinatra?
Anyway, so yes, so all of that is happening. It's actually going quite well, and eventually, Taryn and a familiar figure. I mean, you've seen Perla, even if it was quick. Swim in, not even swim in at this point. Walk in. And Taryn, you've probably still got a kind of a weird shocked look on your face as Perla hit Dry Town and stopped swimming.
Yeah.
And something quite odd happened. And we can go back to that later. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But that was a moment that you can never unsee.
It's like when the animorphs.
The things I've seen.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they're both walking into the tavern. And obviously Taryn has this certificate of service to the realm of the float.
Okay, we're going to the
People on
library.
the ship.
Is it one certificate for the four of us, or is it for individual?
Yeah, they've named the individuals.
Okay.
They didn't know that you guys were called the Sidebars necessarily, so.
Perfect.
Damn.
It would be hard to prove that we were them anyway. Like, we just go into we are the Sidebars. We promise.
So instead it's like Dexter, Clementine, Bardley, Bradley, Bardley, you know.
We just bring down our
Everyone
wanted
have their
posters.
secondary ID.
Yeah, the wanted poster.
Sabinka.
A name so nice, you have to say it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awful.
Not my joke, but I still love it. Are we still singing, JD?
Under the we see our companions and we gather our tips and give them to Granny, I imagine.
Yeah, and I imagine somebody else will get up there, whether they're good or bad is not really your concern, but the party continues.
How much money do we make? That's what I want to know, Jules. Or do we just have to roll again?
Roll a d20.
No. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm rolling a d20.
It was your idea.
I'm rolling it. It's happening. Cool. I rolled an 8.
Cool, you have 8 Arquin.
Sweet. I give them to Granny. I give them to Taryn for now.
I have to see what our exchange rate is on Arquin, I guess. I'll figure that out later.
Like yen.
Yeah.
It's better, right?
Or like check.
Down where it's going.
Anyway.
Always.
Take it from me.
So yeah. You can have like basically a quick conversation here in the tavern about what happened, or
We having a sidebar?
you're having a sidebar.
We're having a sidebar. We would position ourselves to the other side of the tavern and put our little hands up and we go, okay, so did you secure the goods?
I definitely got the library
stuff.
I definitely got the library stuff. We can definitely look at books.
Are they edible? Oh wait, no,
What?
wait.
Granny
Why am
pops
I
up
so
out of
excited about
nowhere
this?
and is just like, can we go now? You know?
Whoa.
There's no time limit. We can go whenever.
Oh, cool.
Yes. But books are kind of Granny's thing. And so absolutely fizzing with excitement. Just like Granny made a good broth. Just so excited.
And so you all stand there nodding about how Granny is fizzing. Mm-hmm.
And Taryn goes, I forgot the gold.
What?
I forgot to ask for the gold, Perla.
I
promised the gold.
That's because you got it in Aquin. I get you. It's an easy thing to do.
Yes.
You did get some form of currency from everything that we've done, risking our lives, the whole whirlpool thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't just go in and only get the card, right?
Yeah, you would have asked. You would have at least asked for. No. The Floatess is probably quite cheap. Didn't give you any gold,
it's
Aquin,
coming.
anything like that.
It's totally coming.
It's on the way. Okay, cool.
Yeah. They need some time to get it together.
I'm gonna base my trust in you based off this interaction going forward. And
Fantastic.
if you ruin my trust in you as Bardley, then you will see physical little minus signs come up above my head like I'm a sim.
Yeah.
Because
Just so you know.
Gotcha.
yeah, of course we would
Ominous
have.
text rolls across the screen. Bardley
Jules will not remember.
this.
Yeah, exactly. Bardley will remember this This action will have consequences in future gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick time event.
Cool. Yeah, and you, like, I imagine, Taryn, you're like, yeah, no, totally. I definitely remember to ask, library? And Granny
I
is
have my
already
own sidebar with Perla later.
Yeah, Granny is already, like you say, fizzing at the door. Like, she's been to the library before. She knows the way through the town, and she's storming towards this very small-looking building, which is very underwhelming if that's supposed to be the Great Lost Library of the entire world. It's just this like cottagey looking house thing in Dry Town. But she disappears through the door and does not come back out. Do you guys follow her in there?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
Right?
Yeah.
No, without question.
No, we go back to the tavern. Oh, of course, we go.
Yeah. There's a little like tunnel kind of corridor, hallway, stair situation as you make your way down through this, and you realize that you're heading
Making my way.
down
Love a stair
underground.
situation.
And eventually you turn out into a more lit area that looks more like a foyer area. You've got a desk set up with some glass panels and things, and as you walk closer to this desk, the library reveals itself. You can't access it without getting through this desk security screen. And there does seem to be a figure sort of across the room walking kind of briskly towards you.
Hello.
But you see just layers and layers and floors of books. Some of them are chained up. Some of them look like they are living in fish tanks. Like maybe they need to be kept wet or whatever. Some of them are tied together with weights holding them down. There's little cozy reading nooks everywhere.
Me too.
There's little scattered
Weights
tables.
holding me down, man.
There are other people that you see here curled up on cushions or couches in front of fireplaces, or like sitting at windows which look like they have light, like they might be outside, but you're clearly under the water. There's a whole load of that, but then there's also like ladders and levels and levels and levels of books. Yeah, this thing is just excessive.
It's bigger on the inside.
And she's like, yeah, that's generally what everybody says. As she sort of clips closer towards you. Hello, Granny, you're back. And it seems delighted, to see Granny. So you did it? You and your friends, you gained some, started a business, maybe? She's trying to guess.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Granny explains everything that we've done from then up until now, right, Jules?
Yeah,
all in
totally.
just one long breath.
And
Really succinct, beautiful explanation. That, we're all crying by the end of it from just the
And
beauty and majesty of her words.
100%.
A slideshow,
And you
presentation, some lights.
have a moment to watch
Production value, darling.
this young
Dramaturgying.
Triton. Yeah, this young Triton girl with her light green skin and her brilliant blue eyes, very clearly highly intelligent. She asks a few questions and she's fascinated. She processes all of this. So you kind of have a moment to look around the library behind her and watch her. And you hear Granny ask, is the librarian here? And she's like, shh, I told you not to use that name. You do not want the librarian, remember? And Granny's like, I kind of do. Because Granny's Granny. And she's like, well, it sounds like I can grant you all library cards. So just... I guess come in and the cards will find you.
I do like Granny being like the sweetie, did I stutter?
Yeah. She's like, oh, it takes a moment for them to appear, but they appear once you're allowed.
Fascinating stuff. Cool.
Yeah. So the gate
Definitely funky.
The gate and the glass panels and things open, and you finally hear a little bit of noise come from the library, which is kind of interesting because I think most libraries are quite quiet spaces, deliberately, but this one, there's sort of a hum of excited energy, of little sort of excited squeals from somebody across the room who reads something so cool. They just can't like hold it in, and little mutters of groups that are talking about something exciting. Nothing like major, but it's a very like warm, welcoming kind of hum of energy as you walk.
I turn to the person and I'm like, so this is how you keep out the mold, is it? Is that the glass? Is that why there's glass? To stop mold?
Right, yeah.
Because it's wet.
Mainly just intruders from being eaten or damaged or expelled by the librarian, or like, sent to the depths of somewhere horrible to never return again.
Wait.
How do you keep out the mold?
Eaten, devoured. No, that's not the most shocking thing that has come from this conversation. Eaten or devoured by the librarian.
Yeah. Please stop saying his name.
Wait, whose name? Do you mean the librarian's name? We're talking about the librarian.
Yeah,
that name.
Yeah, you're one of those. Okay. Well, I look forward to you meeting him then. Just my advice, as I said to Granny already, don't damage the books. Generally doesn't work out well for you.
Right. No, I respect books.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt a tree.
It's good to hear it's a him and not an it. That's a good sign.
We might even have some business with the librarian. Because he's also interested in some things that we're looking at.
Well, he's been pretty busy with the
I was you can hear me.
Yeah. The Floatess's scholars, they've been poring over certain books from the restricted section. It's been quite fascinating, actually. I mean, they don't let me go over there. I have to return the normal books, but and monitor the door and do very important things. But, it's good to have new people in the library. Oh, Granny.
The restricted section.
She's like, I meant to tell you that actually there's a book club that meets this time every week. And they're of people, your own fabulousness. And you can tell she's very trying not to say like, hey.
You mean old?
Yeah.
Bardley says that. You mean old?
Well, would we say that? Look at how sprightly Granny is. You get that
you know what? Granny, I think, loves that I'm calling her old. She knows she's old, and she wears it like a badge of honor. I didn't say she was bad or unable to do anything. I just commented on the fact that she is old and has survived this long. She is our granny. She's our grandmother.
Yeah, you get the vibe from Luria that she's sort of like a practice patterer of, like a little bit charming. So when she says like, would we say that? I don't think we'd say that. You get like a, kind of...
Listen, you're not allowed to use the royal we unless you're the Floatess's daughter, which I know you're not because she's right here.
Yes,
so you speak for yourself.
Back. Yeah.
And I'll speak how I want about Granny. And then I go and I give Granny my money. And then I pat her on the shoulder and I say, thank you for your treats, Granny.
Yeah. Lyria says to Perla, we've got your usual couch for you. And
so
Perla
who can access the restricted section? Can we? Do we have access?
That depends on the librarian.
So we have to talk to the librarian to get to the restricted section?
Please stop saying his name, but yes.
You guys are saying the name so much. Come down on me for saying it a couple of times, and now just throwing that name around.
It just seemed rude to call him the Massive L.
You never want to take a massive L.
Generally, people just refer to him as him, and everybody just kind of knows who we're talking about.
I don't want to play the pronoun game.
Fair enough. Honestly, I'm still not.
Can I not call that hates pronouns?
I'm still not entirely sure it is him. It's just that, he's never really corrected anybody, but he doesn't really talk either. So it's kind of hard to get a real vibe.
Creepy.
Yeah.
For the record, Bradley's fine with pronouns. Bradley just doesn't like when people say him and don't refer to a name of the person because Bradley's stupid and won't understand who you're talking about.
Well, I believe that Bradley Bardley is they them anyway. So,
yeah.
Hates pronouns so much, doesn't have them.
Hates pronouns, doesn't have them.
I'm anti-pronoun.
Only gender neutral.
No truck. Oh dear. But yeah, so Granny bustles off towards this group that you can see in the corner now of older women, but still, got some serious energy about them. They're drinking wine in the corner, and one of them brings out
She's
her
about to
flask
start a
and-
sourdough circle.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you get that vibe, but they're all like got books out and they're all fiercely discussing them, and you hear, "No, Doris, I do not have to agree." Like kind of coming from the corner. So yeah.
Damn, Doris.
Little
I almost wanna
feisty,
So
join that
fair.
group.
I always hated Doris anyway.
little feisty reading.
Art is
club
subjective,
over there.
Doris.
But you just see Granny like break into
The
like
author's dead, Doris.
yeah, you just see Granny break into like the most delightful like grin as she sits with her peeps, and yeah. Yeah.
And you see the granny returning to its people.
Yeah.
And here we have our granny and her natural habitat. Inhabitat? What am I saying? Her natural habitat, the book club. As you can see, she's enriched by the social dynamics.
So very clear. Dexter's saying this out loud, just nature is healing. As the granny returns to its flock.
Yeah, Pearl has wandered off and she's sitting like curled up on a couch with some little like barriers up or whatever so that people don't like necessarily come over and bug her all the time. Like she's got like a little corner to herself where she gets some peace and quiet and she can just curl up and that's her,
I'm gonna follow her for 2 seconds and just have a quick, hey, when you go back, can you talk to your mother about getting some extra compensation for these guys?
Yeah, she
It was quite a big...
No, she nods at you, like she's been waiting for you to ask, and she pulls a comb out of her hair, and locks of this beautiful, luxurious hair just fall, and she pulls
Oh my
this
gosh, she's
long
giving you her
comb
hair.
out, and you just see like the teeth of this thing are gold. There's pearls all in the in the inlay of it, and she's like, "I think this will probably do."
Thank you so much. You're really cool. You'll make a really great leader.
Wait, I got distracted for a second. Is she giving like the full hair or just the pearls?
No, the comb. The comb.
Ah, a comb from the hair.
a gold pearled comb. There aren't pearls in her
Right.
hair that we know of.
There'll probably be strands of hair in the comb, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
She is giving us some of her hair. So,
Yeah.
Voodoo
Time
doll,
to-
voodoo doll.
I was going to say clone.
Clone.
Okay.
You
Then
know,
we
yeah,
send our
clone.
clone daughter into the Floatess's round to take over.
And it's probably
I
Taryn that notices
The librarian
as
can probably call.
Bardley and Dexter have just stood in the middle of this library, like commenting on everybody around them, not being quiet, being quite unruly, and having had said the librarian's name 1,000,000 times by this point.
What? I've been focusing on
That was mostly Dexter.
That a figure
Can't
kind
believe
of like darkly floats the level above them, and you see like this, they're way too busy having a conversation with each other and pretending to be this wildlife theatre troupe that comes around and talks about weird animals that he's seen. You watch as this like horribly spooky figure with just this flowing black cape and like face so far back you actually can't really make out the face other than like the glint of something looking down at these
I'm
figures.
spooked.
And
This
it
is the
just
worst
like
Halloween ever.
Well, we don't see the figure yet.
Yeah.
We're just both going like clone from the comb, clone from the comb, clone from the clone from the clone from the comb,
Yeah.
clone
Yeah,
from
okay.
the comb.
and he
We're making our album. This is the second hit
this
on
is-
our album.
Drag 2.
That
We're doing
boogaloo.
the Spotify thing of releasing a single to get like
Oh,
hype
yeah,
built
yeah,
up.
We've released our first single, and now we're moving on to the full album. Bless you.
he floats above you. Thank you. Looking down on you, and immediately you find yourself sort of quite like oppressed, like something is sort of squeezing you and dampening you and sort of force quieting you, if that makes sense.
Okay, I fart
yeah.
from the pressure.
Yeah, probably.
Just a little too.
Just a
And-
little toot.
And that's where we end our episode with our two noisiest characters being trapped in a little like forced quiet bubble from a librarian who clearly does not approve of their behavior in his library,
Quiet in the library.
and is doing the most forceful librarian shh that there has ever been known.
I'm sorry.
You're like a librarian.
Yeah.
I'm finding it so hard to end the episode on me farting.
Mhm.
If it makes it feel any better, it was quiet
a little
because you were
too.
already in the...
I was planning on just, ending it on this, like, spooky character, just, like, force bubbling you guys to be quiet.
You know what,
you-
Jules?
It
You're
was
right.
that
I'm
force bubble.
sorry. I'm not.
Yeah.
I won't do any jokes anymore. I'll be a serious D&D player. I'll get the job
Serious
done, and I won't
JD
be
arc.
silly anymore. Yeah.
Cliffhanger, folks. What will happen with Bradley's fart in the library?
The brat. It's a brat summer. Let's go.
I guess I have
Hashtag
to
brat
wait
summer. Hashtag Fedivisen.
to the
Hashtag
next
interview.
episode to find out what is going to happen and what
Make me
secrets
cry my makeup.
our librarian is holding and what answers that the sidebars might finally be able to find here in the library. All will be revealed next episode. That's
That's
the
end
end of
of
the
the
episode.
We
That was
sunk
pretty
up near
good,
the
y'all.
end there.
That was
I
pretty
don't.
good.
You know
Yeah.
what? Show it to me in post, and I'll believe you.
Yeah, let's just go
Oh,
straight
you
to the
personally
credits.
can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
I sounded way out of sync to everyone on my end, but it could
Yes.
be that we were all perfectly in unison.
We started at a sync, but then we sunk.
We're never in
up.
unison, and all of our
Conglomerated.
fans can attest to that. Anyway, thank you so
I
much.
thought you were gonna say,
Best.
and all our fans hate it, and they hate us.
Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure today. No, I still say, and that's the end of the episode at the end of every one of my in-person games too, and everybody fails there
Hey.
also.
Nice.
So
Right.
Nice.
thank
Not
you
just
so
us.
much
Not
for
just
joining us on the adventure today. We hope to see you here again so we can explore the library together. Yay, books, reading clubs. What fun! And if you are
I
listening
love to read.
this podcast on the podcast app of your choice, maybe come along to the live stream to catch the action directly as it happens. We have pretty art on the live stream and it's fun. And Erika's hair color. So meh, you don't get to see it if you don't come along.
And
Um,
goth baddie look, am I
Yeah.
right?
we
We were.
stream every second Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. NZDT, and we would love to see you there. Many amazing people are involved with the production of this podcast, and I'm very grateful for their hard work and dedication every single episode to turn this chaos into something good. So I want to give a big shout out to my partner in crime, Brad Zimmerman, editor of the polished episodes you hear and responsible for the design of the original World of Isen in Book 1 that I am busy destroying. Sorry, Brad,
No.
I've invented more things today. Apparently, Arquin currency exists. Which really
else
isn't the
would you
worst
use?
thing we've invented because wetness exists.
I'm
so
fighting you,
thankful
Jules,
for
because you're not
thriller
allowed to put down your DMing anymore. I'm mad. You're not
Yeah.
destroying anything. You're building up a beautiful story, so stop it.
Well,
That's my friend.
We'll see very shortly what our world creator and editor has to say, because he's going to be joining us for an episode sometime soon as a special guest. And no, I'm not going to tell you in what capacity. You're just going to have to wait and see. I'm very excited about
Very
him
excited.
joining us soon.
Stick around and find out.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you to Amy Ward Art, our glitteriest moderator, keeping our live streams chat a wholesome and hilarious place to be, swinging that sword and giving us the pretty artwork that we have on our live streams. Much appreciated. Thank you to Haunted Sandwich for the character art they designed for our sidebars, and Aiden Messer Photography for capturing our players in real life. We are proud members of the Kiwi RPG, and we encourage you to visit their website to find other Kiwi creators that you absolutely need to know about. And of course, this podcast would not be able to keep going without our Patreons who keep the lights on in Isen HQ and make the Fate of Isen Discord a delightful home on the internet, which I shared all of my travel pictures with. Yep, go there for travel pictures, apparently. We are very grateful
You got it.
for your support. So, thank you to Alex White Robinson, Irene Cucci, Laura Chrissy Goodwin, Sam Malcolm, Kay, Victoria Gavin Porton, Daniel Nichols, Violet, Squished, how long can I make this before Patreon stops me? Maybe I could write a book here. Alexandra Lickheis, Andrew Evans, Chaos the Fox, Ezekiel, Tara Borelli, The Gamatron, Christian H, Disturbed One and Z, sometimes Marlock, occasionally Dingle Floof, but always the human servant of the real life Wen of the Forgotten, who seems to be forgotten. Lyndon Hood, Tom Ailey says, hey, Paul got engaged, and he got engaged to Julia, and Julia's now engaged. So, Erika Jayne, Penny D from the Terrible Adventures of the Janison Breakfast Parchment Company podcast, Aaron Gilgren, Robin McLean, Moji, Torji Barkai, Danielle the Tea Lady, Lady of the Tea, and Liz from Movie Reviews and 20 Qs. And yes, I did just announce
Jules,
something pretty major.
Did you just
in the
announce
middle
your
of-
engagement during the Patreon shout-outs? What? What is your damage?
Hey, technically the Patreon, the Discord already knew too, so, you know, suck it if you're not
I don't
part
check
of
the Discord.
If you're not part of the Discord. Yes, I'm now I'm now engaged. Paul proposed
I should be more
while,
of a part of the Discord. This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
Paul proposed while we were on holiday as part of the Sound of Music tour because he knows I love the Sound of Music, and he proposed outside of the church in Monzi, which is used for the wedding scene in the movie. So, yeah, he did a good job.
For you both.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Jules, if you're talking,
God.
like, we literally can't hear you. Yeah,
I'm beyond annoyed at myself. He said you liked the sound of music. He was like, do you like the sound of ringing? A ring. The sound.
God, dear God.
Was that worth it? Was that worth it to do it twice? I flubbed it the second time. First time would have won everyone over. Second time
that's true.
sucked.
Yeah.
Didn't have that pizzazz.
So
Yeah.
your girl's gonna get married again. So it turns out there is hope for divorcees out there. So yeah,
I said I followed you on everything, so I knew instantly when the new Jules law dropped.
I follow you on nothing.
Yeah, you're gonna
And have heard during the shout-outs.
Yeah. And that's why you're the least favorite member.
rough. Anyway, for $2 a month, for as little as $2 a month, you can also be first on Jules
the least favorite member.
I mean, to be honest, Dexter.
You can be on the.
Dexter.
You can be higher than me.
Severin,
honestly.
She doesn't even know your name. She's flubbed it twice in this podcast because she hates
Severin is in the Discord for free and he still isn't in there, so he's missing out.
It's indicative of my laziness, not the quality of the Discord. The Discord is
and
top tier.
as a engagement present to you all, I just wanted to remind you that if you head over to our partners at rolldice.com and use the promo code Fate of Isen, you can get 10% off your entire order, have a discount on me because I'm pretty excited about that. And last but not least, hey, thanks to my players. I really appreciated you just being chill about me taking basically a month off Isen and just being like, peace out, homies, and then putting this together with almost no warning because I got back into the country 2 days ago. So I really appreciate you guys just playing with me and having fun and improvising, and I'm really looking forward to the chapter Air, where we've got a bit more time to explore what's going on with the Air scenario, and how we progress from here. So yeah, I'm gonna
Spoilers
pass
is probably bad.
Yeah, probably.
Spoilers, it's actually Air with an H, and it's all about the heir to the throne. Who would have thought it? Crazy.
Totally true.
Spoilers, it's all about the movie Air Bud. Can a dog play basketball?
that is true.
There's nothing in the rules that says a D&D player can't play basketball.
Okay. What I want to put out a call to our listeners is that I would love to hear your predictions for what you think is going to happen with the rest of the podcast. You know, we're 2 chapters down. We're in our 3rd chapter. I have said before that there are 5 chapters to this story. So what you think might happen in the future, I'd love to hear.
That's true. The 5th element, spirit, or friendship, or soul, or heart. Or...
If you have a
funk.
burning question that you would like answered, if you could go to the Lost Library and look up information about something, what would you look up? Now, I will answer any questions and things like that that we get where we get them. So if you send them on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook, through the Discord, all of those kind of things, I'll make sure that we try and reach back out to you, and we'll put some of them in the podcast in the next episode. So maybe yours will make it. Very exciting to see what you guys come up with. Yeah. Cool. I have been your Dungeon Master, DM Jules, newly engaged, very excited, slightly jet lagged, quite keen to go to bed. You can find me everywhere on Jules from NZ or Julz Burgisser, which is my name, and I'm debating as to whether that's going to keep continuing to be my name. I guess we'll see.
Stick around and find out.
Stick around and find out. So all I want to say right now is e nohora ka kite ana. Aroha nui. Goodbye. I will see you again soon. Loads of love. And just take care of yourself out there.